Hello guys, welcome back to another Honkai backplay video, and today I'm going to be playing the Act 1 of Chapter 16. Let's go. Maghreb, North Africa. Vantage point near Sixa Wimmer Labs. The Herser is on the run. Are we to stand by and do nothing at all? Give her time. That is the Sire's order. A kernel of wheat might die alone, but it shall bear so much more should it fall into the soil. She is now free. Time will tell if the seed of power within her can bear fruit. Let us instead focus on something far more important. Raven frowned but agreed, and shifted her focus to the distant ruins via her divine key. Floating holographic optics adjusted themselves and delivered a clear image to her eye. A strange golden hemisphere covered much of the plaza in the middle of the dead city. The Shiksha overseer created it using a golden fluid, isolating him and her sire from the rest of the world. I still find it hard to believe that our sire would. She paused shortly. Join hands with Shiksha. I understand your doubts, Raven. Oro is a scheming egoist who manipulates everything and everyone to achieve his goal. He cannot be trusted. But I assure you that the deal will come through. His self-serving nature only makes our sire's offer infinitely more valuable. The serpent will soon rid Zigzag from its path. I'll obey the Tsar's order, but there are others who have personal scores to settle with Zigzag. Yet they're also here as well. All our key officers have gathered here. A rare sight, is it not? Grey Serpent's hollow words faded away into the dusty wind. Raven suddenly began to hear ghostly voices echoing from every corner of this desert. If the negotiations should fail, I suppose we'll attack Shiksha right here with our might. Grey, you there? Haha. Ha 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 ha. The ghostly whisper turned into a sinister laugh that rippled out across the vast yet empty desert. Raven saw the golden half-spear dissolving slowly. Raven, you can put away your weapon now. Our sire has just concluded the deal. Okay. Hello's meeting room, following day. This piece is now trashed. It was a core component to the Raikiri blade just a few hours ago. Tesla sighed and threw it away. Tesla disassembled Raikiri and arranged the components neatly before her. Apparently someone broke the blade, the hilt, the moderation circuitry, and even the energy valve. Great, I might as well build a brand new one from scratch. May remained silent and busied herself by sorting the files pile on another desk. They spent months on a non-stop search for Kiana and Himeko. Intel came in from all over the world. Useful data was printed out, filled, and gradually filled this room. Still thinking about her? Yes. Look on the bright side. At least it's not in the hands of Zigzag or the World Serpent. A few hours ago, Anti-Entropy AE was informed that the Serpent raided Zigzag's labs in North Africa. Not much was known about the battle, but everyone was sure that the Herser of the world escaped. They breathed a sigh of relief, but a sense of apprehension quickly returned. There are just the two of us here. Do you want to talk about it? Kiana, she's changed. I can't describe how she's changed. Did she grow up, become more mature? It just doesn't feel right. She had always been loud and restless. From the day we first met, I never knew she could ever be quiet or patient. She was a troublemaker, but I found that reassuring. But something changed from when I met her again in Ark. The look on May's face sank, and so did her voice. She's quiet, too quiet. I can't even recognize her. It takes a lot of painful experience to change someone like that. Anything could happen in 4 months. Even now, she's probably out there alone, enduring pain that we could hardly imagine. I just wish I could find her. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's bad for health, and we're doing everything we can. Um, just help me clear this. I need to make another run to the inter room. Just before she left the room, Tesla turned around and took one last worried glance at May. Alone, May sorted the files, but her troubled mind was filled with images of her best friend Kiana. 4 months passed since the Battle of 6 Stars. Kiana must have witnessed many cities in ruins and the devastation caused by the Honkai. Did she blame herself for all those killed by the Great Eruption? Did she decide to take on this burden alone? May shuddered. Though her wounds healed, the pain in her heart grew even more intense every minute. Kiana's words echoed in her memories. No, I can't go back, May. I'm sorry, I can't go back. I can't put you all in danger again. May wanted to forget this, but it was all she had. She felt like a cold dead stone sinking in an icy, dark lake. For the first time after meeting Kiana, May felt that the girl had become a stranger. Oh? May, pack your gear, let's go. What happened, Dr. Tesla? We found her. Let's go through what we know so far. The Serpent attacked a Sixer lab in North Africa yesterday. Kiana seized the moment and escaped. A few hours later, our Far East post detected a Herser energy pulse in Nagazola that matched samples from Ark. She teleported to this place with her Herser power. That's right, an ultra long distance teleportation. She went off the radar since then. Our posts and satellites picked up nothing else. But at least we were sure she was here. We might find more clues in the city. Is Sixer doing anything? Not yet. We're ahead of them this time. Helios landed in East Nagazura. We'll set up a base point here and start with the surroundings. The city is now wholly deserted. I'll set up a simple Honkai detector matrix to locate Kiana. We first need to find some open space. Okay. Whoops. The wall over there, what is it? Where? Oh. Huh? What? Okay then. this place video. What happened to this place? The streets are flooded. The maps are useless now. Tesla threw her luggage to the ground and started working on the detector. I knew Nagazora was devastated, but seeing it again with my own eyes, the third Honkai event surely left its mark. Nagazora was a port city with a low elevation. The Honkai event sank the place and led to seawater intrusion. Honkai contaminated seawater made it worse. The eastern district located downstream were hit hardest. To think that Nagazora used to be a prosperous city with 3 million people just 3 years ago. All this was caused by the Honkai third event. Well, it wasn't your fault. It doesn't really matter. There's no way to make up for the devastation that this city suffered. I chose to become a hussar 3 years ago. The Nagazora tragedy might be avoided if I were stronger. I know I couldn't think back time, but I'm always reminded of this disaster whenever I face a choice. This is a burden that I must bear. Kiana must feel the same way. The setup is complete. Let's see if this detector matrix works. Tesla had assembled the parts into a strange contraption while they conversed. To find Kiana, we must identify cursor energy by filtering out the background Honkai noise of Nagazora. This step is pretty new, so detection radius is only about 3 to 5 kilometers. This means we need at least 3 to just cover the east city and more units for the west city. Yeah, so we will probably need to spend more time. Wait, I think I found something. A bright red spot popped up on screen and kept blinking. Dr. Tesla, that's... Let me see. This is it. It's faint, but it's definitely a hussar. And it's very close. Wait a sec. It's right beside me? Oh, it's you. Oh, damn my memory. The gem of Concuss is gone, but you still have traces of hussar energy. Yes, Dr. Einstein also included that in her assessment report. She said, I wasn't the only one. Your sovereign was another case, though we don't know the exact details. And I can't control these trace powers either. I advise against that. You only hurt yourself if you try to tap into an unstable source of energy. Back to the topic. After filtering out your energy signature, I don't see anything around here. Let's get to the next location. Okay. Yo. Oh, the flood has reached here too. Can't even tell which way to go. This place. What's wrong? I remember this place. Tesla took a look at what May pointed out and saw a heavily damaged building. I remember this place. That big hole. I'm to blame for that. I escaped from Nakazaya together with Kenna and Bronya 3 years ago. I met Miss Hameko right at this place. We thought she was an enemy, so we fought. Just look at this pile of rubble. We probably gave her a ton of trouble. Yes, I did. My hustle powers went rampant during the fight and Miss Hameko almost failed to stop us. My parents required heavy repairs afterwards. The prototype weapon aboard the ship was damaged beyond repair. Miss Himeko was almost punished by her school, but our principal took the blame for that. I feared losing control during our escape, and when I did lose it, I thought it was all over. But I woke up lying on a warm bed with Miss Himeko next to me. She didn't care about who or what I am. She said she forced me into a soldier in control of my powers. That's why I became a Valkyrie. Before I know it, 3 years ago have passed. We're very close to the next scanning location. It's getting harder to reach downtown. Every overpass and street is underwater. I don't know where we're going. It feels like we're running around in circles. If only we have a map that works. Explore. Like to know what to know. Like to explore. What's that? Huh? Why is there an EV accident over here? Looks like maybe left here 3 years ago. Looks pretty new to me. Alright, let's get to work. The two set up the detector and was distributed by the lonely red dot that could only come from me. No luck at all. Wait. Tesla turned off the filter and revealed a cluster of red dots of various sizes. That looks strange. It doesn't look like a zombie or beast. It looks human. Human? There are still people in Nagazora? Let's go take a look. Okay. Turn the camera to damn it. Okay. Wait, something funny on the ground. This is what? Who? Is this a child? close. A few minutes later. We don't know who the child is, but we can leave her out there. May peered into the sick bay through a window in the door. The little girl was awake. Testa sat next to her and said something. The girl looked nervous but appeared to be listening. The door opened after several minutes. Who's the girl? Dr. Tesla? Exactly, as we suspected. She's a refugee, a local of Nagasora. Tesla answered May frowned. Her name is Sora. She fled to the east city after the Honkai event and lived there ever since. There are over a dozen kids like her, are all under 16. They've lived in the ruined city for 3 years. How did this happen? Sejak mobilized 3 benches for disaster relief and evac, but some were left behind. I asked her about the past, but her memories were sketchy. She couldn't remember anything about the Honkai. These kids now live in a place called the Roost. Ever heard of it? The Roost? I don't remember a place like that in Nagasora. And they have this woman who manages things. Sora calls her Sensei. That woman is usually away from Nagasora and only visits every 1 or 2 months with supplies and food. That's the weird part. If she come and go as she please, why don't she get these kids out of here? It's already a big mess, and this Sensei complicates things further, even messier than Mobhead's bedrooms now. I'll try to make sense of this. You should go and talk to her. May nodded and opened the door. Hi, I'm London May. You can call me May. Few things, May-sama. Please, just call me May. Dr. Chester told me about you. You're Sora, right? Yes, Sora. Please also call me Sora-chan. Thank you for saving me. Don't worry, child. You're very healthy. Your injuries will heal quickly. We'll take you home once you get better. Are you hungry? I'll make something for you. Sora blinked slyly. She wanted to say something but lacked the courage to do so. May noticed that the child's gaze shifted to the window and understood it at once. Did you lose something? Yes, I lost a tiny robot. It's round and blue. It's my friend, Mark 2. Sensei gave it to me, but it wasn't next to me when I woke up. A robot assistant? I might have seen it somewhere. Mark 2 stores a lot of memories. I can't do anything without its help. I found it for you. Thank you so much, May. Found it. Just your good friend. Mark II, you're back. Sora gathered the little robot like a cherished treasure. My memory isn't working too well. I can't remember much about the past. Mark II is like my backup brain. It reminds me of things when I forget. I'll just ask Mark II. Mark II, Who am I? And it will say, why is it ignoring me? Mantu isn't responding to me. Is it dead? Oh dear, it's alright, child. Robots don't die, it's probably just broken. Dr. Tasha should be able to fix it. Clang, clang. Done, here you go. Beep beep! Good morning. Wow, Mantu is alive again. Dr. Tesla, I saw where the roost was, and it seems to be very close to the last probing location. Since she's back on her feet, we can drop her off at the roost and talk to the refugees. Since they've been living in a castle all this time, one of them might have seen Kiana. Agreed, let's do this. Alright. Sensei, let's get to the main road first. Where did you come from? What the heck? Oh, I know this bear should be. Where to go now? Where to go now? Left. Oh, it's left. Yep, left. I'm losing my feet. Okay. Almost there. Get through here. Here, the vent. Oh, god damn it! This is their home. Dr. Tesla. These simple prefab plywood shelters were built on high-rise buildings to stay above the flood. I'm sure that Nagazora had nothing like this before, at least not before the Honkai. The shelters were built after the disaster. The refugees must have also help. The Sensei must be the one. We have to ask about this Sensei. Yeah. Thanks for taking me home. I told everyone you saved me. The rules welcomes you. Shara, can you tell us more about your Sensei? Of course, Sensei owns the roots and she saved everyone here. She's also very beautiful. She built this place 3 years ago. She's not here often, but always returns with food and strange presents. When she's gone, we go into the city and scavenge for things that we can add to the emergency stockpile. The city? Wouldn't that be dangerous? Sensei created a safe zone where we can safely venture. Some didn't like to scavenge, but we got used to it. Sensei didn't set any scavenging requirement. Everyone gets the same monthly supply no matter how much we collect. There's only one rule: do your best and live well. Everyone here experienced terrible things. Sensei taught us to help each other. Do you know when she will be back? We want to ask her a few questions. Sensei should have been back yesterday. It's making me worried as well. I tried looking for her but accidentally left the safe zone. The beach chased me and I fell off a building. Something's wrong in this state. Is Sensei alright? Can I ask you about the question you have for our Sensei? Actually, because Tesla and I came here to look for a lost friend. It's a long story. May wanted to tell Sora everything but then decided to skip the details about herself. And that's how it was. Since you've been here all this time, have you seen my friend Kiana? No, Sensei should be able to help but she's not here. Maybe you can ask the others first. Girl with silver hair? A zombie? Doesn't ring a bell. I locked myself in for 3 weeks. 3 weeks? That's a good looking girl. Let me check that in. Girl with silver hair and blue eyes. Is she wearing a white bodysuit? That must be her. I saw her heading towards the West City. That's opposite side of town. That must be why most children didn't see her. Thank you. Wait. I heard you can fight the Honkai beast. Can you help me find something? It's a ruby pendant with a silver chain. Shortly after I saw the girl, a giant purple Honkai beast attacked me and I lost the pendant in panic. I remembered it was at the East City Square. The area is filled with beasts. I can't even get close. The pendant must be important to her. The square isn't too far. I'll go take a look. I'll bring it back to you. Thank you. Okay, this is the square. I think we were there before. Whoa. Whoa. A smooth stone with beautiful colors. Rare souvenir coin. Oh. A silver pendant. Every switch was changed to reveal a timing for the above. That's it. Is this your pendant? May handed the pendant through the hole on the window. Ah, Mom, Dad. The pendant must be very important. Please take good care of it and don't lose it again. Thank you. That girl, her name is Kiana, right? Do you know something else? She looked very sad when I saw her, but I couldn't tell for sure. We were far away. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy and see you next time.